Right, today we're starting a walk from just outside Keyhaven. We've parked at the side of the road because it's free parking. And we just start heading forward towards Keyhaven. We're off up to Keyhaven in Pennington Marshes Nature Reserve. And then coming back, hopefully on the ferry to Hurst Castle. And then across the top back to where we are. It's a figure of 8. We head forward. So we're heading towards Keyhaven now. We just go through the gate and walk across the top of the bank. We've remembered to bring our crab lines with us because we might do a spot of crab fishing later. We keep going. We've got up to the end of the pier at Keyhaven and we're just outside Hurst Castle ferries. We're going to do the circular walk, come back, go on the ferry to Hurst Castle. Well, we'll press on with a lot to do. And we'll just give you a quick shot. Just a slight breeze on, but it's quite warm. You're walking with a taxi driver today. So we turn right in front of the Keyhaven Yacht Club. And you're walking in between the boatyard on your left and the marina on your right. When you get to the end, there's the car park that you pay. You've got your toilets. We're going to turn right, but we're just going to show you a quick look. And we've got a pub there called the Gundog, just in front of the car park. So you can have a meal or a drink when you're finished. There's the boatyard, like I say, just at the back of the car park. So just at the end of the marina, turn back on your sen, right, and follow the road down. We'll just give you a quick look over the harbour as we go. And then just as you go over the little bridge, you'll see a bit more free parking there. Just after that, we're going to turn right. The sign says Solent Way to Lymington, and you've still got the harbour on your right hand side. And then as we get through the gate, we have a quick look and we see there's a load of swans. So we'll just keep giving you quick shots as we go along. As we walk down the bank, we'll just show you what's behind. There's a sort of houses behind the banking. It looks a good spot for a... There's a deer here. There's a deer. I can see a deer outside the house, look. Look at that. Look at that. A deer outside that house. We've just looked behind and there's a deer. See him, Janice? Look there. Deer. He's gone. He's gone. Well, he was there and that was just looking behind us. And here we are, look at this. Oh, this is going to be a good day, is this? We just keep heading forward and we've got the Isle of Wight on your right, but we'll show you more of that later on. And we're still up on the walkway and we look to our left, there's a field of sort of, you know, cows and little calves there, look. And you've got the sailing boats in the sea on your right. Little bird with a red breast. Well, like red top on him. And this is all in the marshlands at back of the raised pathway. Well, we'll go a bit further. Yeah, we've got cattle grazing on one side and we've got the sea on the other. And as you can see now, we've got, I think it's Freshwater Lake on your left, and we've got the sea on your right. And we've got an oyster catcher just sat down there, look. We walk a bit further on and we've got a shelduck. We've been told that that reddy coloured bird we saw earlier was a linnet, and here we are in front of us with a heron. We keep going. If you look at that there, them shelducks have got chicks. Can you see them? Look at that. Right behind the bush. See if they come up the other side. There we are, look at that. Just a bit breezy here, but we are stood on top of a bank. And we only film what we see. Just see if we can get a bit closer on these. And they're baby shell ducks then. Look at that, they've all come out near her. And if you look in the background, there we are, look in the background of that island where we saw the shell ducks. And we've got another heron. There's people here cycling as well as walking. You know, it's a lovely spot. And if you don't fancy doing a big walk, some of this walk can be shortened, or you want to do a bit of a different route. But we're going on the longer walk. We've got some more birds here feeding. We don't know the name of all the birds that we see. But there's certainly plenty here if you want to come and look for yourself. Just to the right there, look, swans again. This, you know, it's a fantastic reserve, is this. And we're right next to the sea. Yeah, where I said the swans are on the left, we've just looked up. You know, we've moved up 50 feet. Swans on your left, look at this. And we've got a white egret there, look at that. And this is all in the same water. And there's a heron in there as well. Well, it don't get no better than this, does it, really? Stood on the edge of the sea watching white egrets. Can you hear that? We've got reed warblers or something just outside of us. Can you hear noise? We'll keep going. We've so much to see today, we'll just keep going. Then as you head forward, going round, we're turning left again. You can't go wrong, it's a pull-up path. There's the Isle of Wight in front of you. And then as we get to the headland, we look to the right and we can see the lighthouse, and the castle's just at the back of it. We'll show you more of that later. And here we've got a egret and a swan there, look. Just a touch breezy, but there you are. I got something then. We're stood on a bank top, so it is a bit breezy, but by God, the good shots from up here. We'll leave him. As you can see, another lagoon. If it's wild, some more egrets up there as well. If it's wildlife you want, this is the place. We've got another heron just sat next to a duck there, look. I don't know what that is, but he's on the pond, so we'll take a shot. We won't get much closer than these to white egrets. There's loads of them. Well, at least half a dozen anyway. I bet I aren't 30 feet away, yeah? You got something there? We're heading forward. We're going to make it as far as Oxey Lake and then start slowly heading back down Dock Sluice, Woodside Farm, and then we'll take the tiny bit of road back and past Keyhaven Marshes back to Keyhaven, because we've a lot to do today. We head forward. Little oyster catcher there, look. We just walk a bit further, look. We've got 4 white egrets there. We've just seen another bird and we've been told it's a greenfinch, but there's plenty of wildlife here. Load of oyster catchers there. And then we'll just take the zoom off. We think that's a female linnet there, but we're not sure. Lovely bird song though. He's gone. Well, we're slowly turning left now. We're going to be making our way back towards the ferry. It's a bird watcher's paradise is this. We could spend all day, but we want to go on the ferry if we can. We keep heading forward. So we're turning left at Oxey Lake, but in the distance you can see Lymington Marina. Yes, we've got a little peewit here. Look at that, just stood on top of bank. About 30 foot away. You can hear waves lapping it back round there, look. That'll do, we've a lot more to see yet. There's so much to see, we can only give you a little taste. He's there, he's there, he's there. He's there, look. Yes! Got him. Oh. And if we look here, look, we've got the two Isle of Wight ferries, one coming in and one going out. And there we are, they're actually passing each other now. It's like the eclipse. There we are, one at one side, one at the other. We'll keep going. I think we've got a female linnet here. Another one, that's the second. That'll do. Just keep walking forward, you'll pass the bridge on the right hand side and you walk like through the middle of them two lagoons, or stream on your left and lagoon on your right. After about 100 yards you'll see a gate on your right. Turn there and you'll have your water on the right hand side and just head forward. Straight away we've startled this egret, he just popped his head up. He's about 20 feet from us, look at that. He's off. And we'll just have a look at this house or farm or buildings or whatever they are as we go by. When you go past the house, walk to the left of the 80-100 yards, keep bearing left, and then it comes out onto the road, left again, takes you straight to Keyhaven. We're off to pick the ferry up after that, hopefully. And you'll see the Isle of Wight and the sails off the little boats in the distance. Keep walking a few 100 yards and you'll come to a car park in the end of the road, look. There's a turn off to your left to the nature reserve, but we turn to the right of the little bridge. It says cycle path to Keyhaven. Here we are. It's 2:30 and we're just going to get the ferry to the Hurst Castle now. Here we are, we're on the ferry now, going towards Hearst Castle. He's just turning round. Might as well give you a look round the harbour as we go. There's the other ferry there, look. We've got the oldest boat in the water. That's called the Tom Tit. Built in 1894. That round turret there is the original castle built by Henry VIII, and the wings have been were added by Lord Palmerston 300 years later. And then we've got the lighthouse on your left hand side. So we're inside Hurst Castle now. We're going to have a wander around, see what we can find. And straight away, look at these for gun batteries. Absolutely giants. And there's some of the shells. They're about a foot across and about 3 foot high. And you can see the ram and everything else they used to load the guns with there, look. We're entering into the old part of the castle now that was built by Henry VIII. And we've got another gun here. We think it's a Tudor one, but we're not sure. And this is what they used to, you know, load and stop the guns when there's recoil, I should say. Just to give you an idea what it was like inside, you can see the roof above. We'll be up there later on. And you have like a central, you know, lookout or whatever. You can see what's going on with all his men and his guns. If you look inside the castle like we are in the wings, there's like a little track system that run all the shells to various guns. Yeah, we're inside the castle now, and it says, with England threatened by invasion in 1538, Henry VIII ordered the building of the fortress along with the southern coast, which were completed within 2 years. And you can see a picture of Henry VIII. There's a lot to see, but you know, we're running short of time. We're doing a walk, so we're having a knock on a bit. We're at the top, and you've got the lighthouse there. And there you've got Keyhaven, where we've just come in on the ferry. And if we look to the other side, this is another piece that's been added on, all for the French or whoever we were falling out with at the time. And there's your ferry coming in. This is absolutely a fantastic day out, this. Absolutely. By about 6 o'clock all this will be mud flats. All the water will go out the Solent. If we look to the other side, we've got a fisherman there, look. Or 2 fishermen. And then just at the back, you've got the Isle of Wight. So it's well worth coming up into the castle just for the view alone. I think that's the Needles, but I'm not sure. At the Isle of Wight. Well, we'll press on, we've still got a lot to do. Yeah, we're at 129 Coastal Battery, RA. There's recruiting sergeant, and there's just a few of the weapons that's been used. Sign on the door says World War II ablutions. Here we've got World War II searchlight. It had a beam of 210 million candle power and a range of up to 16,000 feet. There was 3,000 of them built. There's a 12-pounder breech loader there. I've no idea what that one is, but it's certainly a big one. And it looks like we've got the old workings of a lighthouse here, look. And we just passed the cafe. There's a cafe and toilets here as well. And here we have a foghorn there. As you can see, as we're heading towards the other end, we've got the railway line again, and we've got the bombs on the trucks. We've got searchlights here on like little tiny tracks. And there was a garrison theatre, so we'll go and have a look. Right, and when we leave the castle, you can either take the ferry back or go along the causeway in between the sea and the lagoon there. We're going back across the causeway back to our car. Here we are, we're walking across the front of the battery. We're trying to find somewhere to do a bit of crab fishing if we can. So here we are, we're just in front of the fort and we're going to go crab fishing now. We've no bait, so we've raked around, we've found some shells with whatever creatures inside, so we're going to break them open with a rock and then use that as bait. So there we are, we've got our bit of limpet in, chuck it inside the bag, look. And again. Well, we've got our crab lines in water, and while we're doing that we thought we'd show you this. If you see that seaweed there, look, in front of my camera, it's about a yard long, but if I lower it down you can see there it's just attached to a stone, using the stone as ballast. It's quite clever really. Right, I'll chuck it back in the sea now. Well, we've had half an hour messing about trying to catch a crab or two, but we never managed it, but we'll have a go another day. So we're making our way back now, we're just leaving the fort. You can walk all the way around the fort, but I must admit there's one stile there that's about 7 foot tall and it takes some going over if you're not very fit, but you can go all the way around. This little bird just in front of the castle, we're about 15 feet away, two of them whistling to each other. We don't know what they are, but it's sort of brown, looks a bit like a sparrow but just a bit bigger. Got a lovely song on it though. You can see water lapping at the back of it. We'll have to look this up in the book when we get back home. Well, we best press on because we've still got another 3/4 of an hour to go and it's 10 to 6 now. We're just on the low side of the bank as we're going back, and we thought we'd just give you a quick shot of these boats as we go up. You can see the bank is there on your left. All we need to do now is turn right, cross over the bridge, and we can see our car about 300 yards in front of us. Right, well we came down from York on Monday, we're stopping at Fordingbridge, and with the help of a few local people we've picked out 3 good walks that we've never done before. Fordingbridge, Bewley to Butler's Hard, and then this one, Keyhaven, Pennington, Marshes, and back to Hurst Castle via the ferry. We've enjoyed it, we're going back to York tomorrow. You've been walking with a taxi drive today?